rise for the
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Be seated. Roll call, please.
Bill Purcell,
Here.
Chad Van Ryn,
Here.
Kenneth Sebastian,
Here.
Daniel Browning,
Here.
Donna McIntyre, here. Amy Meyer,
Here.
Norman Warner. I know he's not going to be here today.
All right. And we have no public to sign in, so we'll move on to the minutes of our August 19th meeting.
I didn't see anything wrong. Move to approve.
Okay, motion to approve and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. And the old business, our new business is the rezone. Anglin, is that how you pronounce it? I'm sorry. All right, so we have before you, we have no, just come up, tell us what you want to do, what you're doing, and
You click that button, turn your microphone on, please.
This one?
Thank you.
Yep. Ready?
guys,
Oh,
have
okay.
seat.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
Sorry.
So we put the old Mill Grove Bible Baptist Church off 231 or this February, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And we're wanting to rezone so we can pay taxes and do
Make
all
it
the stuff
residential.
we're supposed to do residentially. Insurance and all the good stuff has to be done, so, yeah, commercial's a lot different than residential, so, yep.
Well, it wasn't commercial, it was a special use. wasn't it?
Yeah, I was under a church, especially.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, welcome to the world of being a taxpayer.
Yes. That's what we're here for.
Does anyone have any questions for them?
You're using the existing septic and everything that's there? correct?
Yep.
You're not
Yes.
doing anything
Yep.
different there?
I don't know how old that church is.
Any ideas?
1960s.
Yeah.
I think it's 64.
64.
If you build a church today, if it seats 100, you have to have a septic tank as if 100 people live there.
I don't know if there's.
Even though we're there once or twice a week.
It really is.
It's kind of aggressive.
Yeah, well, they said eventually they would put in the daycare and da-da-da and add on, and that's fine.
That makes sense, okay.
Okay. Nobody has any questions, Plan Commission, we have to meet certain criteria to change this. In considering these requests, the Plan Commission shall pay reasonable regard to the comprehensive plan, current conditions, character of the current structure and uses in each district, the most desirable use for which the land in each district is adapted, conservation of property values through jurisdiction, responsible development growth. Pursuant to IC 36-7-6-604, a Plan Commission certifies a proposal of the legislative body, that's us, the Plan Commission, must hold a public hearing. The Plan Commission will give notice by hearing publication under IC 5-3-1. The notice must state time and place of the hearing and the geographic area that is subject to the zone map. This notice does not require identification of any real property by means and bounds. Description of the proposed change in the zone maps. Place where a copy of proposal is on file for examination before the hearing. The written objections to the proposal that are filed with the Secretary of the Commission before the hearing will be considered. Oral comments concerning the proposal will be heard, and the hearing may be continued from time to time as may be found necessary. The Plan Commission must also provide due notice to interested parties at least 10 days before the set date of the hearing. Owners of real property of a depth of 2 ownerships must receive notice. The hearing must be held by the Plan Commission at the place stated in the notice. The files of the Commission office may be kept available at the Commission office for inspection by any interested party. Pursuant to IC 36-7-4-605, a proposal to change the zone map may be certified with a favorable recommendation, an unfavorable recommendation, or no recommendation. The legislative body shall consider the recommendations, if any, of the Plan Commission before acting upon this proposal. We have done all the
Yes.
things that we should have done. You have gotten no written yay, nays.
No.
Nobody's in the public to speak for or against you.
I don't see where there's a problem with doing anything. I would say that we accept it.
Is that in the form of a motion?
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we accept it.
We're making a favorable recommendation to the
Favorable
commissioners, so then the commissioners would have to rule on
I'll second
Okay,
that.
sorry.
it. There's a second by Daniel. Any discussion? Seeing none, proceed to vote. All those in favor of a favorable recommendation to the commissioners, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. You're done until the next commissioners meeting.
Easy peasy.
When is the
Or
next
not
one?
next.
Well, the next one is actually Thursday, but you guys won't be able to get on with that one, so I will get with Sheila in the auditor's office about getting you on the one. There's a more, 90 and 1, second Thursday of the month.
Okay, that should be fine. We have a
Should
baby
be
on
an issue.
October 30th, so after that.
Okay, cool.
Thank you guys.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Good luck with it.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You guys have a good night.
Next. Is that in our packet?
Yes, it's
Okay.
coming back.
We done the residential, I asked her to pull the residential ordinances of the county. We're gonna look for these two changes. Before we get to that, I want to tell you, because I don't like stuff going on that you don't know about. So after we made the motion, the action that we took at the last meeting, the commissioners had another meeting with Franklin's, with the surveyor, and she asked that I attend it. No one invited me, I just kind of barged in, but I think I should have been there. And the commissioners they kept wanting to throw it back to us to redo it. I said, no, the ball's in your court. You know, we put it in your lap, it's on you. If you want to vote unfavorable or reverse what we recommend, you have that right. They want to say we made a mistake in doing it.
I watched that, yeah, I watched that on the.
Now, the only mistake we made, and it's really not a mistake, we should have let her speak first and then the public second. But the attorney said it doesn't make any difference. Everybody got heard.
Right.
But, you know, at one point it sounded like in the meeting they're trying to throw me under the bus. And I don't like being thrown under the bus. So, just so you know, that's there, and that's, you know, so you need to know what's going on. That might, but
And then in the hopes that at the commissioners meeting, that they will also try to limit the conversation as far as what the subdivision requirements would be to just the rezone conversation, because really what they're bringing forward is the idea of a future subdivision, but it's really just a vote on a rezone. So that's one of the things the commissioners are hoping, is that they can try to focus the conversation on the rezone. And then let them come back with their subdivision later if they would get approval from the commissioners.
so, just so y'all know, I don't know if any of you knew that or not, but that,
I knew something was funny, just the way that, cause seeing it had been postponed by the commissioners or voting on it by the commissioners. And I thought something weird was going on, but thanks for clearing it up.
Okay. You say you gave it, I don't see it in my packet.
All the way in the back.
Yours should be,
I have more. over there.
Here's a copy from Norm's packet.
Here's the minutes. Here's the application, but she's got one.
there you go.
I don't want to take yours.
It's
There's
not.
yours.
That was the next one from Norm.
Okay.
I made extras just in case.
Excuse me, I'm battling a head cold. So this is the first section where it starts making rules and regulations. You know, the UDO would lay out the thing, but then we put rules and regulations to it. I think we just need to look at the rules and regulations. Is there something that needs to be changed, or is everything okay? So that's, if you disagree with me, you're welcome to do so, and we can do it another way, but this seemed the most logical to me. Okay?
We don't be on the same page.
So this is having to do with residential development standards. I'm not going to read to you. You all are capable of reading yourselves. But what I'd like to do is maybe if we could just look at, let's say, from item A to C, stop at C. Is there anything there that needs to be added, needs to be changed, blown up, or whatever? Are we all good with A, B, 1 through 6?
My only question is,
Okay,
how does this compare to the comprehensive plan? Because I know that comprehensive plan lays out some of the different permitted uses as well, correct? So,
Correct.
I mean, are they the same? Do they jive? Is it, we have a comprehensive plan that's different than these ordinances, I guess is my,
I don't think in the area of the residential, which we're looking at now, is any different. We'll get into some things, land use, but number of animals, for example.
All right.
That sort of thing, but as I've read it, I don't see anything different. It just kind of spells those out. Okay?
I'm just curious.
Everybody clear? So, move down then to C, residential standards. Sign intended to be seen outside lot lines. For example, in Brown County, it is against the law to have a sign.
In the yard at all.
Yeah.
Like political yard signs, any signs whatsoever?
Any sign whatsoever.
Really?
It's just like in downtown Nashville, you can't have any Christmas lights that aren't white.
Well, Mooresville's got a sign ordinance, and they don't allow them either.
But business signs are allowed are not allowed except for home occupation. In other words, you have a business in your home, you can have a sign that says whatever your business is.
Like your little roadside farm stands, things like
Right,
that. can
right.
have
Go
their
to the
signs.
Republic.
Right. Okay. No sign shall project beyond the lot line or hinder the obstruct straight lines of the adjacent roadway. That makes sense, right? You don't want someone to pull out of your place and get smashed. No sign shall be larger than 32 square feet. That's an 8x4.
Yeah.
So basically a sheet of plywood, the largest size it can be. Fences and walls and hedges, notwithstanding other provisions of this master plan, fences and walls and hedges may be permitted in any yard along the edge of the yard. I'm reading to you and I don't want to do that. You can read it. Are we okay with fences, walls, and hedges?
I am.
Yeah.
All right. Lot size, setback distance, off-street parking, etc. I don't know why if somebody wanted to build a 4-story house, I don't know why they shouldn't.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, I don't know.
other
why-
than towering over everything else, but what's the difference? You got a house on the hill towering over everything else.
Yeah.
As long as it has room, like say it were to fall for some reason, it falls, but it's not going to fall onto a
Onto
neighbor's
a-
house or a neighbor's
Yeah, that's
property.
probably because we got setbacks of 35 feet and.
Our setback is 75.
So-
75
Well,
for the
just-
road.
No, it's 25 on the
25 for
side.
the property, yeah. So then 25 feet versus a house that's 4 stories high, it may not.
That would be the only, okay, I never even thought about that. So,
You know, technically, you own up, you own below, so tell somebody how high, it's theirs.
honestly, I would believe if someone built a house that big, they would build it.
Build it bigger instead of taller.
Build it wide.
Or
And it's
further from
residential.
the neighbors, is what I'm
Right.
saying.
Yeah, it's residential, you were building taller than that, you're thinking more commercial, probably needs to be rezoned after.
So are we okay with that, or do you want
I'm
possibly
okay
change?
with it.
Okay. Minimum ground level square footage. And this excludes porches, terraces, and garages. Single story 650, did you find out what the state minimum was?
I could never find anything definitive
Okay.
on state minimum. I know we currently have a 720 total, square feet, but
Well, but this says 650.
This says 650, and my paperwork in my office says 720, so I think that's something that needs at least clarified. Are we at 650 or 720?
Yeah, I mean, I know the last couple of years, a lot of people, have been a lot of complaints and talking about tiny homes. I don't know.
Because we don't, our
I think the
ordinance.
tiny homes are for people that, you know, has got families that one of them's passed away and they have to move their family in the tiny home to kind of help them out. And I know where that comes from because when my brother died, we moved my sister-in-law.
I mean, should we consider maybe even making it less than 650 if we're already talking about, I mean,
My first house was 620 square feet, 21 by 30.
I think the 650 would be okay.
I started housekeeping on a 600 square foot, 20 by 30.
Why is there a minimum? Does anybody know? Why is there a
I think
minimum?
in some ways it's to prevent, like, the storage sheds on the corner, somebody hauls one of those little
Turning
penny
the
sheds
garden into a
in,
house, kind
tries to
of
make it a house, and it's trying.
rent it out.
But ultimately, I think that is something.
at the
we
minimum, I
definitely
think
need to look at.
clarification between the 650 and the 720 number is something we need to,
I think the 720 came about in 2024 based on, there was information provided that the state had moved to 720, but then when I started looking, I don't know, maybe that's changed. And maybe because of the tiny home becoming more of a fact, the state may have looked at changing those numbers. They've pushed a lot back on the county level to make decisions now. But ultimately, county can make their decision.
Yeah, well, you're getting a lot of the smaller homes because of that reason. And with the cost of living, it's hard when you have one family member and there's nobody to help them.
Well, but even, I've been out there like the Tilden Keys office, which would make a very comfortable 2-bedroom house for an old couple to live in. You know, 2-bedroom, bath, living room, kitchen. You know, there's trends. Whenever I started in real estate business in 1978, people were building 1,000 square foot homes. Harry Miller opened up Heritage Hills, 1,600 square feet minimum.
Wow.
People said, my God, why would anybody want
that's
a house
gotta
that
be like
big?
an apartment or something.
Now you show someone a 1,600 square foot
Dwelling
house and they
size.
say, that little thing?
Yeah, it's all opposite.
So what do you want to do on this single story?
I don't have any more clarification on that. Just trying to look online here.
I'd say
Yeah.
definitely need to consider figuring figure out what the difference is, or she explained it, but we need to clarify which one we should be going by.
Yeah, and that way somebody doesn't come back and say, well, you
Let's
want
put
the
that back for
650 and we only
next
got
month, the
720.
review,
Have a
after
good
you've
reason why,
researched
which
that.
one we're gonna go with.
All right.
So 2-story is 1,050 feet. It'll be 525 on the main,
I don't see any reason to
okay?
mess with that.
Tri-level, basement, first level is 1,250 feet. I don't know how many Brady Bunch houses are being built anymore.
A lot of them.
We okay with that number?
Yeah,
Story and a half, 975.
so how would they classify a story and 1/2?
You have bedrooms upstairs, rooms upstairs.
Okay, then that's how our house is.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to picture it, but that's how our house is.
Like a loft area.
Yeah, because Alan, we built it and then we put a new kitchen on, and then from the kitchen, it all goes upstairs. From the kitchen and the living room.
All right.
Okay? Let's move on to D, restriction for permitted use. Only single-family detached dwellings are permitted for all side yards when the structure is excess 2-story. Each story over the second, the total yard shall increase by at least 10 feet. I think that takes care of that thing we're talking about if a building fell down. Deals with lighted areas. Parking 10 feet.
I did have a question back, number 4 on, was it C? It says maximum building height. Should that be specified for us, dwelling? Because if somebody's building a big barn or silo or
This
something
is
like that?
residential.
Okay,
That's all we're dealing with right now.
okay, so we don't have to follow.
It doesn't take a
Okay,
barndominium.
just want to make sure.
Okay. Okay. Anything else on item D?
No, okay.
Item F, residential development standards. Has to do with the roads, sidewalks. Lighting. Section F is a big section.
Doesn't even really seem to fit well in this.
Pardon me?
And section F doesn't even really, some of it doesn't even seem to fit well in this. I mean, I guess if we're looking at like the idea of subdivision, residential development.
And that's what we're looking at. Any question on F? Are you done, or is everyone still reading? Don't want to rush you.
Is that state statute, the SS, at the
Yes.
150.08 through 155.123?
Yes.
Okay.
I am really concerned, folks, that Mooresville is getting a data center.
Yeah, is it Mooresville or Monrovia?
Monrovia, excuse me, Monrovia. And that ain't that far off our border, and we're talking about huge amounts of electricity, huge
Water.
amounts of water, and that could really mess up our aquifers.
Makes me want to dig a hole.
I don't know if you caught the last BZA meeting or not, but you might want to check that out.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I'm going to say about it.
Well, this is just my opinion, okay? They were trying to put a solar farm on the east side of Cloverdale. Now, the east side of Cloverdale, where they were taking in that 2,000 acres, ain't that far from Monrovia.
No.
And I think those two were connected.
Very well could have been. And they're right on our doorstep, either one of them.
Yeah, yeah. Of course, all the people said, oh, no, it isn't, but I don't believe what people tell me sometimes. Are we okay then with F?
Yeah, most of it seems pretty straightforward, nothing
Okay.
out of the ordinary, unreasonable.
Well, then we're gonna advance on then. This is copies for everybody here?
Yes, and extras, in case there was other people here that wanted them.
Move on to multifamily. Now, one of the things that I found on this that to me is missing is PUDs. And I know I'm speaking in real estate lingo. A PUD is a planned unit development. If you look at what Lester Lewis has here in town, what Judge Sharp built here south, those are, people say they're condos, they're not. They're PUDs, planned unit development. In a condo, you own from the paint. You don't own the wall, you just own the paint on the wall. And you just own airspace. You don't own the land underneath it. In a PUD, you own that house, and it's your house, and the land under it is yours. And the land above it is yours, or the space above it. And then the yard and things of those are common ground. And we have nothing, of course.
We have a section specific to PUDs.
Oh, really? But it's not in this.
I pulled it up on your computers. There's actually, it
Okay.
has its own section, we just haven't got quite that far yet.
Okay.
Where multifamily is a little ahead of that, but there is a PUD section.
Well, I would consider a duplex, it's a PUD, a multifamily.
Yeah.
So I really think it still ought to be listed under permitted uses.
As a PUD, add a PUD plan.
Yeah, be number 9, PUD. Because I believe those out across from Corning Street School are PUDs.
that would also be considered a multifamily.
The other ones at McCormick's Creek are single family.
I've been over to, worked on a couple of them, and they were single families, a couple of,
I don't know of any it's a double.
I'm trying to think of any, I know there's some here in town that are,
All those down here on West Market.
yeah, there's a bunch of them down there
Yeah.
close to the fairgrounds that are, but I
Like
would
said,
commonly call it
People will
double.
incorrectly call those condominiums, but
And they're not.
they're not. So I'd like to add number 9, PUD, to this.
I think that's probably a good idea.
Me too.
Now I have a question, just. On the bottom, it says billboards, advertising signs are not allowed. So if a realtor has one of those for rent, are they not allowed to put a for lease sign in the yard?
Well, there's a section on the next page that says temporary real estate signs, construction and contractor signs can be there as long as there's not more than 2 in one.
I should have turned the page, shouldn't
Yeah.
I?
No more than 6 square feet.
And number 4 says maximum building height not to exceed 2 1/2 stories. And then we have number 5C is a triangle.
Try
Two-
it.
two and a
I think that
half.
means because it includes a basement.
Yeah, the
So the
basement's
basement
considered.
is considered a 3rd level, but you can't go more than 2 stories above ground level. 2.5 stories.
I'm bad, I should have read the "and" that went to the next page.
No high-rise apartments.
Are we ready for multifamily development standards?
I believe so.
Okay.
I'm chalking this up to just me, so I guess some things just trying to make sense of. Road hierarchy section, the last one said this too, but it says that mandatory entrance on a gravel county road, paved county road preferred, and major highway is discouraged.
I don't know the difference between the preferred and the mandatory, why they say that, but just like the last month's or last meeting, don't want that traffic coming out on the highway because it would be dangerous, starts traffic trying to enter. So it makes sense to have it on the secondary road, like
Right.
whether or not it's paved or gravel, I don't think it should make a difference. It should be the primary road to enter the subdivision and to avoid accidents on the major artery. But then again, people are still gotta turn off of the road onto whatever road, so you still.
I guess I just don't understand, that's the part I don't, why do we say it's preferred on paved but mandatory on gravel?
You know what? You lost me.
It is multifamily development standards 1A. That bottom part of that first paragraph there, entrance on a paved county road preferred, entrance on a gravel county road mandatory.
I thought it said the same thing for residential.
It did, and
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out why that makes any sense, I guess.
Well, it's just saying you can't have a mud road in, is what it's saying.
Okay. So I'm looking at this backwards.
And as far as the major highway, that's not our concern because the state
Sure, the
has to
state
approve
mandates
that.
that,
So basically, they prefer that you have a paved entrance
but
versus
you have to
gravel.
at least have a gravel,
Yeah.
is what they're saying.
At least
Okay.
gravel.
There was a
Gravel
time,
minimum.
there was a time, and I don't know, maybe it was the right thinking. I don't know. There was a time whenever we took every little farmer road that no one ever traveled other than some guy planting his crop or getting it out, and we called it a county road because we got paid we still get paid per mile that we have. And they'd say, oh, we only had to put a half a load of gravel on that once a year,
Yep.
and we get paid all this money. Then the thinking said, we need to shrink the number of roads because we got more than we can manage. I don't know which way's right, but I do know the thinking of why and that's whenever Frank Stewart took every mud path in the county and subdivided and made all these subdivisions that we're dealt with, and other developers too. But, you know, we took these and made county roads out of them because we wanted to get the dollars, and we never maintained them. You never had to plow them because no one was gonna go back there in the snow, you know, unless they got late corn or something. They had equipment to get back to it.
Yep.
But that was the reason for that, and I don't know if you've ever been up to Bowles Retreat, but there's chuck holes in that road, which is a private road, that you could probably put Free Willy in. It's unbelievable.
That's pretty much redundant from the single family.
Anybody got anything else on this multifamily?
I think pretty much the same as the,
Yeah, it's consistent. So we need to check on that single-family 650, and then we'd like, can I have a motion to add number 9 under permitted uses to be a PUD?
I'll make that motion.
Also,
Any discussion? Seeing none, proceed to vote. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Folks, we're done for the night.
Who was my second comment? Was that?
It was down there.
Right.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
There you go.
Seconded. Quickest meeting ever.
And Mike's all
Vote aye.
All those want to stay here all night?
not on.